For today's CyberCEO episode,
we hired a great cyberbacker. His name is Adrian. You have limited time in each day that you can spend doing only one thing at a time effectively. So you must leverage. You must bring other great people into your life. Or hire a cyberbacker to run systems and processes. That allows me then to spend my time as business owner buying another business, operating another business, or working in my 20% activities so that I'm doing the most effective thing with my time because somebody else is doing the most effective thing with their time. That's really the genius of cyberbacker too, is it's nice not to worry about the details. So years ago, before I had a real estate team, it was just me. I was just an agent. I had to do everything. The database that I worked at the time, it was sad because I was doing all these other things and not doing that thing. And well, guess what? Adrian's been doing that for a year and a half and it's organized. I don't have to hope. I've got somebody that's doing that task work in the background all the time. And that has massively impacted our business and made us much more consistent. The things that either I don't like to do or I'm not good at doing are getting done now.
welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. It's a great day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of CyberCEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show. John, how are you doing today?
Great, Jello. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you very much for asking and for being on the show. I know you have a lot of things to do, so we really appreciate this. Now, of course, what we wanted to do was just to get to know more about you, of course, and how Cyberbacker helped out. But before we do that, I just need your help here real quick. Can you tell us something about yourself and what you do, John?
So I own a real estate team with my business partner, Brooks Warner, and we're located in the Lansing, Michigan area. The capital of Michigan is Lansing, and that's where Michigan State University is. And we've been selling real estate here for about 10 years. And I grew up someplace far away that's a lot warmer in Arizona, and transferred here 9.5 years ago with my wife, who's a professor.
Okay, there we go. So really a lot of experience in the business then. How about working with people who are virtual, just like with Cyberbacker? Is this a first experience for you?
Yeah, so in full disclosure, I'm a Cyberbacker franchise owner. And so when we purchased the Cyberbacker franchise, we knew the first thing we should do is we should be customer number one. Of
course.
And so for our real estate business, we hired a great cyberbacker. His name is Adrian. He's now been with us for about maybe a year and a half. And that was our first experience having an assistant work directly for us. We'd worked with virtual, but on other people's teams or through other products in the past. So Adrian came to work for us part-time, 20 hours a week, just kind of test drive, if you like. Mm-hmm. And with our hiring of Adrian, we told the growth backer that did that hiring process with us, we want somebody that would start part-time, but would be willing to go full-time pretty quickly if we wanted to. So we made that request up front. That was Adrian. And within a month of Adrian started, we're like, man, do you want to go full-time? He's like, yes. So he's basically been full-time with us the whole time because he was great. Like we were really impressed. And it's like, well, when you hire, train, lead talent, the one thing you know is don't let them get away. And we determined Adrian was great talent. So we're like, well, we're going to take you full-time right now. And here he is a year and a half later, still working for our real estate team.
So it seems to me that you've already found perfect cyberbacker helping you with the business then. And of course, talk to me more about Cyberbacker though. How did you first find out personally about Cyberbacker? Okay,
so you hear about a little bit on social media here and there, but the real introduction was we were at family reunion. Probably that would have been family reunion, I think 2020 maybe.
Okay.
Because I don't think we did in 2021 because of COVID.
Yeah.
Anyways, Craig Goodliff, the founder CEO, was walking around and he had these cool glasses on, and he had a small army of cyberbackers that were not being the cyberbacker role at that point. They were there with him in person, And then, he's there being interviewed by the owner of the world's largest non-franchise real estate company in the world, which is 𝗙𝗃𝗃𝗃. Talking and getting interviewed by 𝗙𝗃𝗃𝗃. So we kind of got like, oh, what's this? Pay more attention. And then when the franchise opportunity was rolled out, we were there at family reunion, what'll be 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And we met Craig and Jason, and were presented with the opportunity then to become investors as franchise owners. And so we dug a lot deeper then, right? Like, here's a business opportunity. We need to know what this is.
But talk to me more about that though then. So obviously, being a franchise owner, a lot of business owners would ask you, how can a cyberbacker help me out? How can a cyberbacker help me with my business? This is time. Help me out here, John. How can a cyberbacker help a business owner?
Well, our growth is limited to how many days a week we work and how many hours in each of those days that we work in our business. And our personal growth or our personal experiences are limited usually by only two things. One, how much time we spend sleeping, and two, how much time we spend working. So if I ask all small business owners out there, big business owners, doesn't matter. Do you want more time in the day? They all say yes. And do you want to make more money? They all say yes. They say, well, the formula is simple. You have limited time in each day that you can spend doing only one thing at a time effectively. So you must leverage. You must bring other great people into your life. And we can leverage people. We can leverage systems and processes. So I found the most effective thing to do is actually do both in conjunction with each other. Hire a cyberbacker than to run one of my systems and processes. And that allows me then to spend my time as business owner buying another business, operating another business, or working in my 20% activities so that I'm doing the most effective thing with my time because somebody else is doing the most effective thing with their time. And that's really the genius of Cyberbacker too, is I can go, wow, I'm spending way too much time right now. And I see myself spending way too much time over the next weeks and months doing this task that I think I could find a great person to do. Easy button Cyberbacker. Hey, I need somebody to be my new transaction coordinator, or my loan backer, or whatever that is in your business, right? Or we are interviewing tomorrow for a new hire, which is an executive assistant. I need somebody that just runs my emails and my calendar for me and keeps me organized, because I'm a bit of a mess as a business owner and entrepreneur. And so that's the real key for a small business owner, is how do you free up your time to do the most high dollar per hour activity each day? And you do that by hiring great people to do the other stuff.
Absolutely agree. Perfectly said, because again, that's the beauty of virtual leverage through Cyberbacker. You already have someone who's trained, who's 100% ready to help out, again, to make sure that you spend your time on the things that matter the most to the growth of your business. Now, in your personal experience though, working with Cyberbacker, working with someone who's virtual, how about what do you call this? Making the partnership successful, let's say, because during the beginning, if it's your first time working with someone virtual, there could be somewhat of getting to know part of the partnership, right? But how do you get through that, and how do you create a successful partnership with someone who's virtual?
Same way you do it with someone who's in person. I got both virtual staff, and I have people that work here in person in Michigan. We actually have one lady that worked with us. She's our longest tenured team member, coming up on completing 5 years. And she recently got sick of the cold weather here in Michigan and moved to Florida. Sent the laptop with her, and she still works for us. Right? So you got to care about people. You got to care about the person more than you care about what they can do for you or your business. And when you care about them, their family, what they care about, their goals, and you make that a priority, they make you and your business a priority. It's just human nature, right? If you don't care about the people,
you're not going to care about your
business. You can't expect them to care about you and your business, right?
Absolutely.
Just care about the people. The beginning of every relationship, whether it's a business relationship or a personal relationship or romantic relationship, the beginning is always hot and heavy, right? Like a lot of time. Well, that's no different in business. Spend a lot of time up front and then wean yourself down to maybe it's a once a day, 5-minute meeting check-in, or it's just 30 minutes once a week, whatever you need to. We got to spend time with people, getting to know them, training and leading them a lot up front. And then we can back off to where we're not spending as much time. So a high dollar activity that every entrepreneur and leader and small business owner has to be invested in is spending time training and leading others. It's actually the most effective way to spend your time until you can hire somebody to do that for you.
Absolutely agree with you there. I think really crucial part of it is during the beginning. Again, just getting to know, getting used to working with each other, just being personable, being a person to your cyberbacker, because again, they are people too. They're not just robots that you throw tasks to anyway, right?
100%.
Talk to me more about challenges though. Have you encountered any challenges in your opinion working with someone who's virtual?
Yeah, 100% we have. And what I tell people is it doesn't matter who you're going to hire. You're going to have challenges.
True.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like if they're an in-person worker and they get snowed in, they can't show up here. We get snow here in Michigan, even though it's supposed to be 55 degrees and raining on Christmas Day, which is not normal weather. But we're going to get snow at some point. And so you're in person, they can't come in. Well, if you don't have a virtual option set up for them, there's a problem. True. Well, with virtual, there may be problems as well. Are you in the Philippines right now?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you probably know one of the biggest potential issues that you don't control is a tsunami.
Yes, absolutely.
If you did control the tsunamis, we would not be having this conversation. You would be the richest man in history, but you don't. You're like the rest of us. You don't control the weather. So if internet's knocked out, nobody's getting online and working, right?
True. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a struggle. And yet Cyberbacker as a company is doing things to increase likelihood that won't happen, right? Putting together work centers that have faster internet speed, so on and so forth. But like another thing is, are you a native English speaker?
No, not really. No.
You're not. But if I was talking to you on the phone, I wouldn't know that you weren't sitting necessarily in downtown Detroit or Seattle or right here in Lansing, right? So we do have some communication barrier stuff because our Filipino brothers and sisters are not native English speakers. And yet y'all start really early on in school, right? In grade school, learning English. So everybody I've run into speaks, I would say B or B plus English or better, right? So there's some communication stuff, and yet a really hardworking, talented, committed person. None of this is stuff that we're not going to overcome or have solutions for up front. Mm-hmm. And again, I remind all the people that are looking to hire leverage. Doesn't matter if you're hiring somebody behind a computer halfway around the world, or they're driving into your office every day. You're going to have challenges, and challenges are just a growth opportunity, right? You win or you learn. So with that mindset, it doesn't matter. You're just going to lead people to overcome whatever challenges you have.
Absolutely agree with you. I love that. Opportunities for growth, because again, they are really a part of the success, again, that you're trying to achieve for your business. These challenges are a part of it. Now, one last question, John, while I still have you here. Working with someone who's virtual for the past year and a half, what's been the biggest impact of working with, again, Cyberbacker so far?
I've got to say that it's nice not to worry about the details. Mm-hmm. So years ago, before I had a real estate team, it was just me. I was just an agent. I had to do everything, put the signs in and send the emails from the lender to the title company and the contracts back and forth. And let me tell you, the database that I worked at the time, it was sad. It was sad. You want to know why it was sad? Well, because I was doing all these other things and not doing that thing, which was adding the people I knew to my database so that I could make sure they got valuable emails every month. And I had a systematic way to follow up with them. Well, guess what? Adrian's been doing that for a year and a half, and it's organized. People get emails on their birthdays. I don't have to hope that I remember or I get lucky or that I see it on Facebook. I've got somebody that's doing that task work in the background all the time. Is he perfect? Nope. We're not going for perfection. Yeah. We're going for good quality and done. Because what I used to do was, if I did it, it was done at my level of perfection. But the problem was most of the time it wasn't getting done. So we'll take a good quality job that's not perfect, but that's done, because that is where business owners succeed, having that system. So we've got a system, and now we've got great cyberbackers running the systems for us. And that has massively impacted our business and made us much more consistent in that the things that either I don't like to do or I'm not good at doing are getting done now.
Just having someone that you can trust to get things done in the business. Now, we've been talking about Adrian for a while now, and for sure, once we have this online, he's going to be able to listen and watch this. So before we
love you, Adrian.
There we go. Any shout outs, any quick messages you'd like to give out to him?
Well, Adrian's awesome. Again, he was our first hire, and he's been with us. He's like part of our family now. Every week at our weekly meeting, all of our cyberbackers are on our team meeting. And they're sharing what they're doing over the last week, what they did that weekend. And he just had some time off so that he could spend time with his girlfriend. Like, yeah, so I don't know, like what you celebrate or don't. So we can say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. We want to wish y'all some sort of good wishes for this kind of season, because here it's our holiday season and we want to share that joy around the world. So Adrian, we appreciate you, and we hope that you, your family, your loved ones have a wonderful holiday season, whether you're celebrating now or in 2 or 4 or 6 months. It doesn't matter.
Go. Now, we are very excited to seeing the continued success and growth of this partnership. Also, John, thank you very much for being on the show today. I had fun talking to you.
Thanks, 𝗙𝗪𝗹. Thanks.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.